The LaDonna Raeh Show. You don't know what time it is.
Welcome to the show. It's the LaDonna Raeh Show. I'm your host, LaDonna Raeh. What can I say? All right, here's the deal. I know, Thanksgiving is tomorrow, but I know you guys are cooking. Some of you are just going to different houses. Some people are going to places like Dusty's to get your eat on. Me, my turkey's still in the oven. That's why it's hot in here. Goodness gracious. But I want to know your plans for the Thanksgiving holiday, right? And welcome to the LaDonna Raeh Show. Some of you let's get on with it. I just want to, make sure that you guys know you can tune in with me each and every week so that we can talk about real life situations. I like interviewing content creators, those people that have companies, brands, songs, businesses, same thing as companies, right? Celebrities. I've interviewed quite a few celebrities. There was a time when I interviewed Dionne Warwick, Stephanie Mills, along with Dwelle and Dave Hollister, who's coming to Chicago, Indiana. Same thing. It's right across the street. But I've interviewed these cats, I'm excited about interviewing anyone who's willing to talk to me. Okay, because I do a lot of talking, but when you come on the show and we're able to vibe and you can subscribe, then I'm excited. What can I say? There's, I want to say shout out to Baseheads. Baseheads is out there. I know you're like, who? What? Let me tell you about Baseheads. So Baseheads Customs is located in the south suburbs of Chicago. And they said, hey, I love the hey. Thank you. And with them being out here, here's what I did. Okay, I drive an old truck. Okay, normally, I used to be the kind to get a new car every 3 years. Those car notes just kept rolling in. I was like, I don't care. At one time, I had 2 car notes, but there was a year when I got my divorce and I was driving the marital vehicle, and my ex-husband said he wanted his car back. I was like, nah, I got the kids. I'm keeping the car. He said it enough times, and I turned into a black woman and said, take it. Why did I say that? I live in the burbs. There's no transportation out here. But watch this. It seems like the day before or 2 days before he wanted it, or I was supposed to give it to him, the transmission went out. Now, I can't do that. I can't make this stuff up. But I went ahead and he had to pick it up from the dealership, and I sat in my house for 30 straight days, no vehicle. And I thought about something. I was like, I'm going to the dealership. And what I realized was I've been paying a car note for 20 years, and I have no vehicle in the driveway. That was my wake-up call when I decided to purchase a car outright and not have a car note. And even though it was a little bit of a setback, because I'm used to having my control center, things that light up, the latest, the greatest, and then that car note comes in 45 days, I decided to go and buy me a used truck. It was a Nissan. I'm a Nissan person. I love Nissan. I love my truck. Now, has it cost me a pretty penny getting it fixed? Yes, but it's still cheaper than a car note. Now, watch this. I took my old Bessie, which is riding real pretty now, real pretty. And it only had one owner. I took old Bessie to Basehead Customs. Let me show you again, Basehead Customs, right? They have a YouTube channel as well. And I wanted a remote starter. I was not feeling starting my car up when I get in it and sitting there and trembling and hoping for the heated seats to kick in, right? So I decided to go to Basehead Customs and have them put a remote starter on my car. I wanted the creme de la creme. I wanted to go on my cell phone and start it up from wherever I am. I could be in a whole nother city. And of course, my car was too old. The technology was too old, so that didn't happen. But he found a solution. Okay, he found a solution and put my remote starter on. And I am, to this day, I can start my car to keep it cool, keep it warm before I get in it. That's what I'm saying. I'm excited about something like that, okay? So make sure you check out Basehead Customs. And no, they did not pay for this sponsorship spot, but he did give me a really good deal, and I'm very happy with it. I got to come and get my headlights. It's just I had to make sure my engine light went out before I put in the headlights, okay? You can understand that. All right, so the title of this show is Thanks for Giving. Did you catch that? I made that up. I've never seen it, never heard of it before in my life, but I thought it was a good spin or take on, the day that we talk about Thanksgiving, but what about forgiving people on Thanksgiving? Or it's a good day for giving, right? Don't just wait till Christmas. You can start giving now. You can give your time, you can give your love, you can give good advice. You can do so many things, okay? But here's the thing. I want to talk to you. If you want to come on live, I will send you a link so that you can come on live and talk about some things that you're willing to give during the Thanksgiving holiday. Or you can talk about who you're willing to forgive during the Thanksgiving holiday. So how do we do this? Well, send me an inbox message. I'm on Facebook. You can put it in the comments and say, invite me. Okay, and I'll invite you on the show. And this is the first time that I'm doing this, so hey, what can I say? It's we'll see how this works. I have a link ready to go. You know what? Baseheads, are you ready to come on? I don't know if he's saying he gives all year round. He gives all year round. Oh, you also still have my headlights, I see. Yeah, I'm gonna have to come and get them. Let me know if you're having a Black Friday sale, okay? Because I'm gonna need that. But here's the deal. Let's get on with what we're gonna talk about as far as forgiving. I'm gonna ask for forgiveness. There's a few people out there that may or may not be upset with me for whatever reason. I have the weirdest personality, even to myself. I like to make people laugh, even from first grade on. But sometimes people can't handle that, or they don't know when I'm serious, or I just ticked them off just because. I'm asking for forgiveness. I don't, let me see do I have any violins? I don't think I have any violins to play. This is like a violin moment, but I don't have any. I know I do have them, but never mind. I'm asking for forgiveness. Not just because it's thanks for giving, but because I'm asking for forgiveness. And in saying that, I mean it from the bottom of my heart. I may have a little smirk. I tend to smirk when I'm nervous. I'm nervous that when I ask for forgiveness, that the person that or the people, it could be a whole crowd of them, are not willing to forgive. But I have to move on because I'm in the spirit of forgiving all the time. All the time. That is just who I am. So my plans for the holiday, I'm going to move on from the forgiving piece. We'll come back to it because I know you got some forgiving to do or to ask for. My plans, I'm going to hang with my dad, my kids, hopefully. One of my sons is in California. I won't be hanging with him. Virtually, I will. Well, you better FaceTime me, LaDonte. You and Bruna, your wife. You better FaceTime me, okay? I'm only a plane ride away. But my other son is actually in town for Thanksgiving, but he's going to be with his future in-laws. What do you do when the family starts getting married and have to go to different houses? I remember when I got married eons ago, and I was like, oh crap, I didn't think this out. Like, I always go to my grandmother's house for Thanksgiving, or my great-grandmother's house when she was alive. Now what do? I got to go to his people's house and who do I go to first? Woo! Yeah, that was difficult for me. Needless to say, we made it to both, but it was very stressful just to keep up somewhat of a tradition. But when my grandmother passed away and I got divorced, now what? What are my traditions now? I have to create them. One year I went to Puerto Rico for Thanksgiving. That was nice. So this year I'm going to be hanging out with my dad. My dad said he wants to go over to a family member's house, and we're going to hang out there. And that's why I can't wait to just be amongst family, period. I get to see my cousin. You better be there, Dre. Get to see my cousins and hang out and kick, as they say, kick the bobos. So those are my plans for the weekend, or for the Thanksgiving week, I should say, for tomorrow. And then there's Black Friday. Do you still go to Black Friday? I don't anymore. My Black Friday is on Amazon. So I'm not going to be leaving anybody's dinner table to head on over to Black Friday. It ain't happening. Not at all. All right, let's see. Basehead said, I don't have anyone to forgive, and I don't get into it with anyone. They say the first step is denial. It's okay. You're not alone. Okay? And I forgive you. I'm going over to my aunt's house. Are you the type of person that won't eat at just about anybody's house? I just want to know. Are you the type of person that won't eat at any old body's house? I am that person. I'll never forget the time that I went to one of my aunt's houses and I bit into the greens, and they were a little gritty. I won't even tell you which aunt it was. You might know my aunt, but the greens were gritty. Yeah, not good. So for that reason alone, I am very picky about whose house I go over for Thanksgiving. Look at how they keep their kitchen. Look at how they keep their refrigerator. And know that particular item that you're going to be eating is coming out of that refrigerator. So I'm very picky. Are you picky? Or you just say, you know what? Once I say my prayers, I'm good to go. Not me. I need to have a track record. There's only certain houses that I go to. I'm gonna try out my other aunt this time. But if I get a hint of gritty greens, I ain't never going back. I truly do miss my great aunt's dressing. That was serious for me. I wrote down the recipe just before she passed. And I still can't mimic her dressing recipe. Okay, Basehead, if you want to come on, you can click that link. All right, once again, you're watching the LaDonna Raeh Show. I'm just trying to get Basehead or Mike into the show with us. Let's see how this works. When it comes to my favorite dressing, my aunt used to make it like creme de la creme. I've been to many restaurants. No one can duplicate it. Her dressing, I don't know if it's the sage, the fresh corn, but she made her cornbread. It wasn't Jiffy. It was regular from scratch cornbread. I don't think it was the yellow kind either. I got it written down somewhere. But she also added 2 pieces of toast, and it was white bread toast. Made a difference. It wasn't wheat bread. She added onions, sage. I feel like there were green peppers. I could be wrong. That doesn't sound right for some reason. Basehead said he's under a dash right now, which means he's working. Under a dash right now, working and watching the show. All right. And what else did I put in, or what else did my aunt put in that dressing? Oh, she used turkey butts. Also, she used turkey broth. And I don't even think she used turkey broth. I think I switched it to turkey broth because I don't eat pork. So I've had to modify a lot of recipes. And it came out good one year, and I haven't been able to duplicate that since. And I don't know if the ingredients changed the ingredients or if I just messed it up. All right, so look, I want to ask MC. MC? Hey, MC! What's going on? Looks like you're driving or at a disco. Or no, you look like you're in the back of an Uber.
I wish somebody else was driving.
Man, isn't that helpful? I am talking about thanks for giving. And thanks for giving is either about giving on the holiday, on Thanksgiving, or about forgiving someone or asking for forgiveness. Your thoughts? Anybody you want to forgive or ask for forgiveness?
You know what? I think we should all have space for asking for forgiveness as well as forgiving others. Um, when I think about forgiveness, I think about the fact how, I guess I think about it in a more spiritual aspect, in that how God forgave me for my foolishness. So how dare I not forgive other people their foolishness, even when it's hurt me or cause me harm. So yeah, I definitely got people to forgive, and I try to be proactive in it. But let's be real, it's easier to forgive people once the situation is not happening anymore. It's hard to forgive people still in the midst of the fury.
Well, I'm going to jump in and say you're still being generic in your delivery. So, those of you that don't know, MC, I'm just so glad that, we do morning prayer every now and then. And we can't, we can't be generic with this. And, God says right there, speak those things as if they are. And I'm paraphrasing, trust me. So when I speak in generic terms, then it's a blanket statement. But I need to be more specific at times, even when it comes to asking for forgiveness.
Well, the reason I was being generic is because I'm trying to. What do they say? We change the names to protect the innocent. And something, like I said, something you're in the midst of it. Sometimes when you're in the midst of it, you can't call the names out. Then once the dust has settled, then you can say, hey, you know what? There was this issue, and there was that issue. And I forgave those people, or I forgive them right now. I just happen to be in the midst of storms right now.
Yeah.
Wait, you said ain't nobody listening? All right, I forgive my friend Chris. Man, there's numerous stuff.
Why do you forgive Chris? What did Chris do to you?
This is live. I'm still in the midst of it.
Does he know that you were angry with him?
He knows, because I get quiet. I don't want to yell at people. So I get quiet instead. And he sees me when I get quiet.
But he's been there for you. Well, we temporarily lost MC, but my hat goes off to you for being brave enough to forgive. Forgiving is one of the major things that God expects us to do, but it seems to be the hardest thing for us to do. So kudos to you, MC, for forgiving Chris. Now, I'm not going to go down a list of people that I forgive, I tell you. There's, no, why not? Okay. I forgive the guy that I paid money to cut my grass, and he did not show up. I forgive him.
I'm back.
Wait, he's back. He's back. I was just saying to you, I was just telling everybody that I forgive the guy that was supposed to cut my grass. And he only cut the front and left the back and pulled off and said, I'll be back, and never returned. And then when I asked him for a quote on cutting my grass another time, he had the nerve to want to charge me the whole thing. And I said, what about that money left over from you not cutting it last time? I'm sorry, I got too personal. So your friend Chris has been there for you.
Oh, yeah. Whoa. Why you stop in the middle of your story? I'm listening now. We are in brawl.
I finished it. He didn't come back to cut my grass. and
That
wanted
son
to
of a
charge
monkey.
me, right? Son of a what?
Monkey rinky dinky.
He did kind of look like a monkey.
There it is.
Yeah. But I just, you don't do people like that. The man was cutting across the street. And I was like, hey, how much to cut my front and back again? He was like, oh, it'll be, and he went up on the price. And I said, what about my money that's left over from the last time you didn't finish?
Actually, you should just let them cut it and then say, okay, well, now we got to deduct what you still owe me.
Yeah. But see, I live alone and I want to be careful with the people that I tick
You know
off,
what?
okay?
So you see this place? How do I flip my? Can I flip my camera around?
Yeah, hopefully. What do you want to show us? I still
The
see your
doggone
forehead.
restaurant that I done came down here is supposed to be a soul food restaurant. Supposed to be open at 10 o'clock at night.
Uh-huh.
I waited.
Yeah.
Came all the way back to the west side so I could pass my people.
Yeah.
Once again, they closed early.
What?
Came down here Tuesday. They closed on Monday. Came down here Tuesday. Closed. I can't. And their food is good.
When they're open.
But when they open, so
What's the
don't
name of
have
the
a sign
place?
up. Don't have a sign up that says open all day, every day, serving soul food all day, every day. All day, every day. That's what it say.
Mm. Except on Wednesday before Thanksgiving.
Or Tuesday, or whatever. Now I got to figure out what's going on.
What's the name of the place?
I don't even want to put them out there like that.
You said soul food?
Yeah. On the
On
four, I put it like this. I'm on the 5800, so on the 5900 block on Washington. I mean on Madison. They're on the 5900 block.
what does
No,
it
no, no,
start
they're
with?
not. They're on the 57. They're on the 5700 block.
What does it start with? Not MacArthur's.
Oh no, no, no. I
Are
don't
they
even eat
still
there no
open?
more.
Okay. All right.
Nah,
Well,
that's foolishness.
I pray that you get something to eat this Thanksgiving Eve.
I
Yeah.
could have ate in Shorewood.
What are we looking at right now?
The ceiling.
To what?
The ceiling.
To what room?
Ain't you say we live?
Yes.
Are people watching this?
I do believe so. Yeah. It shows that there are people watching.
That's sad.
It's sad that they're watching. Did you just? What in the world? Ladies and gentlemen, the views and expressions displayed by our guests are not those of the LaDonna Raeh Show. However, we all do go at some point. Mike, I hope everything came out okay.
Yeah. Oh my God. I'm out of paper towels, though.
Okay, well, all right. Well, let's move on to our next go round here.
What else we talking about? Come
Well,
on.
we were talking about not eating at everyone's house.
Oh.
I'm very, I can't. And then, cause I went to my aunt's house and she had gritty greens, so I'll never eat there again. Yeah.
Here's the question. If you know somebody is nasty throughout the course of the year, you done been to their house, you done seen the floors are not mopped, you don't do particularly care for the way that you done seen they sprinkle, they lick their fingers and they sprinkle seasoning on food, you done seen that throughout the course of the year. Why do people all of a sudden think that they Thanksgiving, they don't prepare Thanksgiving meals any different? I don't get that.
Your sound is going in and out because you're on speaker. You don't have your earplugs in. However,
Hold on.
Okay, let me explain. My aunt's house was very clean. I mean, it was so clean they had, I won't give any details because then the family will know who I'm talking about. But it was very clean. And they're like neat freaks, but sometimes people even though they're black, don't know how to wash greens. Okay? They're not ready to eat. You have to you have to wash greens. They came out of the ground. So those of you that got the ones that are in the can, you might be safe. Those of you that got the greens from the produce section, you have to wash them not just once, several times. My aunt used to wash them in Tide. She did die of cancer, so I don't know.
I'm
if
sorry.
that's
She
something
she washed them entire.
in Tide. Tide washing detergent. But they were clean. They weren't
Can you know? I'm not in front of my computer right now, but can you Google the ingredients to Tide?
No, because then I'll know what's in it. I already ate her greens.
You see this right here? This
That looks
is
like
an
an
obituary.
obituary?
It's a
Yeah.
dead person.
And she's dead too.
I wonder if she had Tide greens. I'm just saying.
You know what? You're wrong for that. I miss my aunt, okay? I really do. I miss my aunt and her Tide greens.
them greens was Tide.
I'm not comfortable talking about the dead. Rest in peace, Auntie. Rest in peace.
At least we know she clean.
Yeah, she did not play. She was clean and was sweaty every time she cooked, but she was in that kitchen getting it on.
But them greens, them jokers was clean.
They were. Well, I don't want to beat that like a dead horse, and nothing against dead horses.
You got a problem with dead horses?
No, rest in
I'm
peace,
calling.
dead horses.
I'm calling. What's their name? Peter.
They're
Peter
dead.
Pan. Peter. Oh.
All right. So, gratitude roll call. Reflect on what you're thankful for this year. What are you thankful for this year, MC?
You know, there's been a lot of doors opening for me. There was a lot of doors that closed, and I believe that those doors had to close in order for other ones to open for me. So this year, I believe the manifestation of the doors that have been opening for me this year will happen in what year are we in now? 2023. So in 2024, I'll see the manifestation of them. I'll reap the harvest, but I became a intricate part of the Illinois State Black Chamber of Commerce, where I was looking to get help in my business from them. I was looking to get help from them, but I was also able to be a help to them. And my relationship with them has grown, and it's expanding into other areas. And it really got started because somebody called me up and said that they had a garbage logo. It was pixelated and messed up, and they said, "Can I fix it for them?" And I did. I said, "Okay, let me help y'all out real quick." You know, and things that seem easy to us because they're in our wheelhouse, and they're in our wheelhouse because we have so much experience. You know, I have almost 25 years of experience in graphic design and printing. You know, for other people, it's huge, and it was huge for them. And that's when they started drawing me in, and then from there, they put me on the radio. They have a radio show, the Wake Up Show Chicago on WVON. Y'all need to subscribe where our producer is Miss LaDonna Raeh. But and they put me on there, and I started getting other recognition, and other people started calling me.
But not only have you been getting recognition, you've taken the time to give others recognition while you're on the show. I took notice. You know, I come on the show and I give my commentary, but I never talk about my business. And one day you decided to interview me based on my business right there on the radio show. And my phone rang. But you also did the same thing for Gail Newcomb, and her phone rang. You know what I'm saying? Like you were on there as a personality, as a host, but you, and I always remind you, Mike, talk about your business. You're terrible at it, you know, but yet you use the platform to elevate other people. And why are you in the witness protection program? We can't see you.
That's because if I cut the lights on, I'm at my shop, and if I cut the lights on, people will come and knock on the door.
Oh my goodness.
And I am closed, and I'm trying to leave here because I have not eaten today. So I'm trying to get out of here. So I am walking out.
Back to you on the radio show.
You know,
yeah.
It's easy to talk about other people because that's what I do for a living. You know, when people come into my business, you know, I need to, in order to figure out how I'm going to help them, I got to find out who they are. I got to find out what they do, why they do it, in order to begin to figure out how I'm going to help them. So it's natural for me to talk about your business and what it is you're doing and encourage you to tell me more. And then, of course, it's easy for me to cheerlead for businesses that I believe in. So I don't co-sign on a whole lot of people. But if I say your name, it's because I believe in what you're doing.
I get that. I understand that completely. Well, so you're grateful for the chamber. You're grateful for the doors that have opened for you. You're grateful for being on a radio show that, you know, I remember the day you said, you know, I might be on the radio show. And I was like, that'll be good because he talks a lot. Yeah, I totally said that. I didn't say it to you, but yeah, I said it. And you've been doing, I've watched you grow and develop. You're like you're very good at, you know, honing in on the guests that we have on the show and asking them the right questions to kind of make sure that the audience knows exactly what they're talking about. Because a lot of times we have people, they're just super educated and experienced and they're smart. And that's great. But when you talk over someone's head, which i.e. is the audience, then they'll tap out. They won't be able to follow what's going on. It doesn't say that they're not as educated, but they're not experienced in these areas that we're talking about on the show. So you ask the questions to kind of break it down. And that has been, you've been great at that. Good job, Mike. Good job.
You know what? I give credit to two men. One of them was Pastor Glottis Lawrence. He wasn't just my pastor, but he was my spiritual father. And he used to always say, he said he had a kindergarten ministry. You gotta. He likes to put it where a 4-year-old will understand it, and then he and I always remember that. And then the other man is the Black Eagle, Joe Madison, and he always says, put it where the goats can get it. You know, and the goats they eat grass.
Yeah.
So you know you need to make the information that you're dispensing easy for everybody to understand it, because you can't execute if you don't understand what was said to you. So
this is true. I used to teach at Illinois Media School. I still do workshops there from time to time. And I remember my first day being told something very similar, because I initially thought that because these were young students, that they would know what I was talking about already. And that wasn't the case. Not everyone is savvy in those areas. And I was able to break it down, like how to make a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. And that's what it's called. So I have another caller, actually. Let's see if we can get her on here. Edie, are you there?
I'm here.
Hi, Edie. Welcome to the LaDonna Raeh Show. You're on with me, LaDonna Raeh, and my guest, MC.
Hello.
what's going on, Miss Edie?
Oh, nothing much. What's going on with you? How's the show going?
Okay, cut the crap. We're talking about
I was
Thanks.
about to say, what are we talking about?
Right.
What are you guys talking about?
We're talking about thanks for giving. Okay, thanks for giving instead of Thanksgiving. Thanks for giving. So, are you giving? Are you becoming giving because it's Thanksgiving, or are you forgiving or asking for forgiveness? And we're talking about your favorite dishes. If you would eat at just any old body's house, what you're thankful for. We've talked about a lot, Edie, since we started.
Well, I'm definitely thankful for you.
Aw, thank you. I wish I had an aw soundbite.
Yeah.
Aw, there's one.
Awesome.
I'm thankful for you
I
as
think-
well. Go ahead.
I think it's good to be all of the above. Forgiving,
Mhm.
thankful, and giving.
Yeah,
I try to exercise that at all times. I do my best.
but at times it becomes difficult.
Yeah, it can become challenging, but I think when the challenge arises, that's a reminder of how to be thankful, how to be forgiving, and how to be giving.
Mhm.
Contrast, right?
Yeah.
So what's your favorite dish?
Cornbread dressing.
Cornbread
I can eat that-
dressing.
Yes, I can eat that every day, all day.
Well, you're going to have to introduce me to that one.
Clearly.
Well, I need to chime in because mine is a fried turkey on Thanksgiving. Once you done had a fried turkey done right, you can't go back to the other stuff.
So have you ever fried a turkey, or you've had fried turkey?
So we have a tradition. Edie, have you had one?
I have never had a fried turkey. My son and I were just talking about that yesterday, and I would love to, but I want to do it in a safe zone, from what I hear.
In a safe zone. Because it can cause, you too can prevent forest fires. Okay.
I know, right? we have a tradition. One of the funeral directors, he fries everybody's turkeys on Thanksgiving morning. So we show up about 8 a.m., 9 o'clock, and he's frying everybody's turkeys, and then we take them back. And the only thing that he charges to fry them is you got to bring a case of beer or something to drink, because it's cold outside.
Yeah, but what about that peanut oil? That peanut oil is expensive.
Oh yeah. We bring the peanut oil too.
Okay.
But it's
So
a
you
good
fry it in
Thanksgiving
pan.
tradition.
Yeah, so peanut oil is real light.
Yeah.
I don't know. I do want to see if there's a TikTok on someone who tried to fry it in Crisco. I don't know how that would work though.
Well, I'm making a Jack Daniel's turkey.
That sounds good. already.
Really?
Yeah. Yes. Yes,
Huh.
it's awesome. Just hope that everybody is not going to get food poisoning, because I'm not sure if I know how to defrost the turkey. I've done it before. I think my memory is lapsing. But yeah, Jack Daniel's turkey.
It sounded good until you said food poisoning.
I know, right?
I just hope everybody's safe. Shh, don't tell anybody.
Okay. So I defrost the turkey. I get it frozen, as we all do, and I leave it out the first night, and then I put it in the refrigerator. That's how I defrost my turkey.
Okay, great, because that's exactly what I did. So, there you go. Sounds good. I put it in water in the fridge. So.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, mine is.
Okay, good.
Yeah, it's worked every time. And when I cook it, I use a cooking bag. Now, Mike, I don't know if you were ever the cook in your house, or if you just pull up to the table.
I did a little bit of both.
Okay, so you made ravioli and hot dogs.
You know what? I'm not your ex-husband.
And you're not my next husband. Okay. Wow. Man, I wish I could say you were lying.
How big is your turkey?
Okay,
That's what she
you're
said.
going too far with the questions, Edie.
How big is the turkey? Mine's 23 or almost 24 pounds. It's a huge turkey.
Yeah. Why'd you get such a big one? Oh my gosh.
Because it was free.
This doesn't sound good. This doesn't sound good at all.
It was free.
I
It
love
was
where this conversation is
complimentary.
going.
Okay, yeah. You pay a lot for that little piece of turkey. Okay, so you got a 23 pounder. I think mine is 26.
Dang.
Yeah. It's a big one. So we're gonna
Bigger is better.
Yeah, I mean, not necessarily. It takes longer to
I'm
cook.
gonna sit in the corner and let y'all have this conversation. Somebody's
No,
really enjoying
Mike.
themselves.
You have to give the male perspective to us.
Oh my gosh. I just got out of Bible study, okay? This is not Yeah, this is my uncle's calling. Hold on, let's get him on. Hold on. Here we go. Uncle Walter, welcome to the LaDonna Raeh Show. You're on with my friend Edie and MC. Now, I don't know if you all will be able to understand him because he talks really fast.
Now I want to hear it. How y'all doing?
Doing well,
Hi,
Uncle Walter.
That's very good, girl. That's all I wanted to hear. Y'all doing very good. How's that boy doing?
Oh, everybody's doing well, Uncle Walter. We were just talking about making a Jack Daniels turkey. Have you ever had a Jack Daniels turkey? Not a Jack Daniels, but a Jack Daniels turkey.
No, taking soaking. Yeah, I've had him.
You have it? Is that like your favorite dish?
No, when he wasn't Jack Daniels, we didn't do any Jack Daniels down in vodka.
Vodka on turkey?
This is what I was trying to call you when you was in country. God, been my other big brother.
You buried you buried your other big brother?
Yeah.
I'm sorry to hear that. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
So it's your first Thanksgiving without him.
Yo, well, he left some horses and shit. I don't want no damn horse.
You said he left you a horse.
Yeah, okay. No, his sons, my nephew, Uncle Walt, you want one of these horses? His favorite horse? Hell no. It's a pretty big Palomino, but I can't take care of no horse no more. I had 3 horses on my own. I can't take care of no horse no goddamn more.
Uncle Walter, we are on live television and you are cussing up a storm. I'm gonna have to put you in timeout.
You're not television.
Well, yeah.
Television.
Go ahead, go. Uncle Walter, talk your talk. It's Thanksgiving Eve. Talk your talk, Uncle Walter.
Hey, lady, I ain't on y'all.
Well, we can hear your voice.
Yeah, I'll give my water, y'all can't see me.
Oh, okay. No, we cannot
I
see you,
ain't
Uncle
on
Walter.
duo. I ain't on duo. But you know what?
What, Uncle Walter?
I want to get with you guys, man. Because it's a messed up thing between the family.
What, Uncle
All
Walter?
these years. What?
We're on live. Are you gonna talk about the family laundry
Uncle
right
Walter
now?
finna let some laundry out.
Yeah.
The tea. Uncle
family.
Walter.
Yeah.
You talk about it.
Oh my God. Okay, go ahead, Uncle Walter. This is not scripted. The views
It's
of
the
our
same thing. It's the same thing. All these years, ain't never known. I had nephews, nieces, and all them. My big brother.
Who that baby did?
My big brother.
Who that baby
I
did,
just
Uncle Walter?
Guess what? My big sister. It's been 50 years. I didn't know what she looked like up in the film. I ain't know who she was.
You talking about my auntie sister?
No.
Oh, Auntie Dorothy?
You don't know her.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
This girl, Billie Jean.
Billie Jean.
That's my big sister.
That's
Like
not my
Michael
lover.
Jackson, Billie Jean?
That's not my lover.
No, Betty Jean.
Oh, Betty Jean. Was she kin to Billie Jean?
She was the country version.
I'm going out tomorrow. That's my big sister. At 50 years, I ain't seen him.
50.
Walter, I seen him every
How old are you, Uncle Walter?
What'd you say? Wait, what'd you say, MC?
I said, how old is Uncle Walter? I need him to put that 50 years in context.
I'm 66 years old.
Yeah. My Uncle Walter is
Who
66.
back there talking?
That's MC.
Who is MC?
Your
MC
nephew.
is my friend. Don't confuse him, MC. He'll start thinking you're his nephew. MC is a friend of mine.
Oh, that's your friend?
Yes, sir.
Why don't I say hi?
Well, he can hear you say hi.
I see you on my Facebook all the time, LaDonna.
Yes.
Well, you know.
Well, if you look on Facebook, I'm on there right now talking to you.
Look, let me tell you something. Well, since he talking back there with you, have you ever told him that's my Uncle Walter? That's my daddy's baby brother. Guess what?
Yes,
your daddy, I'm your daddy's baby brother. I've never seen my big brother a day in my life.
I showed you pictures, Uncle Walter.
No. My mama had a picture. She showed it to me. I said, where you get that picture of me from? She said, that ain't you. She said, your big brother.
Wow. So the story is, Uncle Walter's giving a little bit of the story. My father and his sister were
Sweetheart, let me tell you, I've never seen my big brother, and Janice lost my big sister. I've never seen them live in life.
I remember, Uncle Walter.
I'm that baby. I'm the baby. Now, the boy we just buried used to play with me all the time.
Mm-hmm.
My big brother, that Walter Lee.
Okay.
All right. Betty Jean, I went over her house. I hadn't seen her in 50 years. Your daddy is your auntie, my sister. I've never seen him a day in my life. That's Buddha's mama.
Yeah, I know.
I've never seen him a day in my life. That's why I want to see my big brother.
Are you crying, Uncle Walter?
I cry, but you know what? It was a mysterious day. My mama, she used to go to Chicago, but she never took me. You know, when I come to Chicago, I went down there in Blue Island. I went down there to visit my nephews and shit.
Uncle Walter. Okay.
Buddha come down there. That's the first time I had ever seen him. He's Johnny Lloyd's son. I've never seen a day in my life.
Mm-hmm. Well, Uncle Walter, what are you grateful for this Thanksgiving?
Huh?
What are you grateful for?
What am I grateful for?
Yes.
Hell, whatever my wife cooked, that's what I'm grateful for. I'm an ungrateful motherfucker.
Oh, what is she cooking, Uncle Walter?
Oh man, we got it going on now. We Southern folks.
Okay, all right. She cooks pretty good, huh?
Yeah, no, my wife, she's great. I'm a chef.
Oh, you're the chef in the family.
No, she doing all the cooking.
Oh, okay.
I can't stand up that good no more, you know. But my wife, she cooking everything, you know. But we change tradition.
Yeah.
We just gonna eat some regular food,
All right. Well, Uncle Walter, I,
Uh,
I everybody give it up for Uncle Walter.
now what is it? You can't see me.
I know, but they know you're on the phone, Uncle
What you
Walter.
got no
I'm
duo?
yeah, I'm gonna call you. I'm gonna call you later on tonight.
So you can see me, I can't see you.
Right. This is I can't see you, Uncle Walter. I can only hear you.
Oh,
You
I
can see
thought
me
you
if
was
you
on
go to my
duo.
channel. I've asked you to subscribe several times and I have not seen your
Oh, yeah.
subscription. And now you're in the Matrix. Lord have mercy. You're watching the LaDonna Raeh Show with your host, LaDonna Raeh. MC is on the line and so is Edie. That was my Uncle Walter. That's my true Uncle Walter. I was going to tell you the story, but he insisted on telling his story. Edie?
Yes,
I know. You want to meet my Uncle Walter.
I do.
Yeah. So do I. No, I'm just kidding. I did meet my Uncle Walter. It's a beautiful story how my family is made up. We literally had my grandmother had my father and hold on, let me see. I think he's calling me back. I gotta send him yeah. He's calling me back. My grandmother had two children initially with my grandfather, and that was my aunt and my father. And she was young, she couldn't handle it, or she felt like she couldn't handle it. And Mike, we can see your background. We can see that you're in the slot machines right now. But they were raised by their father, my grandfather, and my aunt that I was talking about that made the dressing. But she went on to have more children, right? And she raised them, however she raised them. And my Uncle Walter's one of them. So, my dad and my aunt got wind of her having more children and, being there with them. It made them feel kind of disconnected. And unfortunately, they never came back together. But I never met my grandmother except once when I was 20. I met her for about 20 minutes. I was not, I regret that I wasn't interested at the time because I felt bad for my dad. But when she died, I heard about it on Facebook and I went to Memphis. I went to her funeral and I met my entire family and I looked just like them. Imagine walking into a funeral where you
With a bunch of pretty people.
Well, thank
I was
you
about
for
to
the,
say they're all beautiful.
thank
Okay,
you for
gotcha.
thank you for that. But I took my 4 boys and my nephew and we all said hello and introduced ourselves to the family and we've been in touch ever since. So that is that's a story it's a beautiful story to me. Thank you. Family is so important even if you didn't grow up together. So there you have it. Happy Thanksgiving. Okay, he's calling several times.
Crickets.
He said, I got something else to say.
I know. My uncle was cussing up a storm, so I'm assuming he got started on celebrating.
And he really cussing now because he's looking at you on Facebook talking about, now she know I'm trying to call. I hear her right now.
This is true. If he calls back, I'm gonna have to answer. This won't be one less bell I have to answer. It's my uncle. I respect my uncle, okay, no matter what. But
didn't Tony have a song called Hey Uncle Walter?
They did.
Something like that.
I would play it, but I'll get flagged. You know how YouTube is. Okay, so with all of this food that we're talking about eating, all this Jack Daniels, and my uncle said, vodka turkey?
Vodka.
I'm like, what is that, vodka? Shout out to George Daniels, but George Daniels has his own vodka. You have to balance indulging with health. So there's the importance of not overeating, especially considering health concerns like diabetes. Many people overdo it during the holidays. Now, I've had the pleasure of, and I say pleasure, I made it up in my mind that I was going to lose some weight this year. and I literally lost 40 pounds.
Oh, that's awesome.
Thank you very much. You can see
Congratulations.
Thank you. You can see my neck now. Because before my head was just attached to my shoulders. Hey, I'm telling it like it was, okay? Mike, you look a little slimmer too.
I'm 75 pounds down.
Wow.
Wow, that's great.
That is so great. 75 pounds, I'd disappear. But I got down to my goal weight this year, and I'm grateful for that. And it's not just because of my clothes that I can wear that I haven't worn in 15 years, but it's because of my health. I'm not breathing or having trouble breathing like I was, or getting up was a chore. When they say drop it low, I can drop it low and get back up. You know, all of those things. And I am medicine free. The only thing I have is a rescue inhaler because they said I have asthma. I don't want to claim it, even though I do have asthma. But I have a rescue inhaler, and I have a daily regimen for that. And I take apple cider vinegar gummies to, get rid of the, what is it called? The acid reflux that I supposedly have. I was hoarse for 5 to 6 years. Couldn't get my voice back, and apple cider vinegar gummies help do the trick. So we have to be careful not to overeat on the holidays because it's a buffet of everything that we love. What are your plans, Mike? You lost 75 pounds. Are you going to feel like, hey, I've been banking for this the whole year. I'm going to eat what I want. Or are you going to still eat in portions and still maintain that figure or that weight that you were trying to, that your goal weight? Yeah, you're muted.
Everything in moderation. I eat everything in moderation, so I don't overeat. I eat to be satisfied. I don't eat to make my belly poke out. And I take my time. I try to make sure I'm still eating a lot of fruit, not drinking pops, and and work out 15 minutes a day. And that lets me maintain what I'm doing.
Now, I haven't heard you talk about that personal trainer that you had in quite some time. Are you just not talking about it, or you fell off? I mean, let's just keep it real.
So I didn't fall off. This is what happened.
What had happened was.
So I was working out with him twice a week, but he was pushing me hard for an entire hour. And my body wasn't really ready for that, because what happened is, I could do it, but then I was wiped out the rest of the day. Couldn't operate at 100%. But it takes a while to get back to the point of where it's giving you energy. So I told him, I said, listen, we need to back off. Let's do a half an hour twice a week and let my body get regulated to it. Yeah, he didn't really want to do that.
Oh.
Yeah,
so you fired him, or he fired you?
It just kind of went quiet. So I'm still doing my thing, though.
It said, please update your credit card information, and
yeah,
I've updated it.
Yeah.
All right, Edie, what are you doing to not overdo it? Do you plan on not overdoing it, or are you like, you know what, I've been waiting on this all year?
Honestly, this is so weird that you're bringing this up. This year, I'm not really like, oh, I can't wait for Thanksgiving food. I'm just like, So I don't think going into it, I don't have that frame of mind to like, oh, I can't wait to eat this or that. Mm-hmm. I'm just kind of like, okay, happier to see my family and everything, It's not about the food.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to keep it real. I plan on eating every damn thing. I'm going to eat whatever I want. I may overdo it, and I'm just going to have to deal with it. Yep. All right. So
here's the thing.
What?
Here's the thing. In our lives, we pay so much attention to what we eat and, how to be healthy and everything. As you know, I'm on my healthy journey because I'm just taking care of everything, because I had the teeth thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we do our best, but sometimes that can take away from the quality of our life too, because we're obsessing over, losing weight or how we look or whatever, right? There's a balance. And if we know the definition of balance, to say, hey, listen, enjoy life while you can, you tend to not overdo it because you're actually being in the moment, enjoying the food you eat, or maybe a glass of wine or whatever you're doing with who you're doing it, So if one day you overindulge, so be it, as long as you're enjoying the moment, right?
That's true. But if you get on that scale 2 weeks later and you overdid it, you're going to be mad. You're going to be upset. So,
well, that's it. No regrets. Live without regrets.
No regrets.
I know that's right. Hey, Dee, Edie, I'm gonna hit y'all back momentarily because I actually got a customer calling me on my other phone.
Well, that's great. Y'all give it up for MC. Thank you so much for joining us. MC, you're the best.
Peace, my friend.
Nice talking to
Nice
you,
meeting you, Edie.
What'd you say, MC?
I said it was nice meeting you, Miss Edie. You guys take care.
Y'all tune in to WVON and listen to MC on the Wake Up Show Chicago, where he can be heard also on YouTube. If you go to the Wake Up Show Chicago on YouTube, there you have it. So, yeah, Edie, I'm just gonna eat what I want on that day.
Yeah.
And I don't think I'm going to eat that much because my stomach has even shrunk this year.
There you go.
Yeah, because I won't be able to eat that much. And I'm gonna keep it light.
So what are some things? So my son, Frankie, he packed a bunch of meals for veterans this year for Thanksgiving. And he did this all. He initiated it all. He just told me about it afterwards or as of. So what are some giving things that usually we'll go to Feed My Starving Children or things like that? What are some things that you know of where people can do more giving, where we can do more giving?
I'm going to be attempting to raise funds. So my company is LaDonna Raeh Consulting. I offer a myriad of services. One of the services that I offer is website design. I've taught website design at a trade school here in Chicago. And those kids, or I say kids because they're kids to me, they've gone on to do their own websites. I myself, I can do, only so many at a time. So I actually contract my team to do my websites. I've chosen a team that's actually in the Philippines. I didn't go on Fiverr. I didn't go on one of those sites. I was actually referred to this particular team. And in doing websites and giving them the work and me helping with the project management and the layout or whatever needs to be done, we do it together. But it feeds their whole entire family. That's giving. Oh, and by the way, my profit margin is very low on a website because I just want to feed them. And they reached out to me. Well, one of them reached out to me and basically said, please send us more work. And I know what that means. She was trying to be professional about it, but they're in need. And I know what some people might think. Well, why didn't you source someone from the community or locally or someone that you know? And it's because this was my choice. God didn't say only take care of those that look like you, only those that are within a 50-mile radius or whatever. God will put in front of you your angels. What you do with those angels is up to you. And they were put in front of me. So that's what I'll be doing, going on a campaign frenzy to make sure that I get them more work. so that they can feed their families. Also, I ordered some hats and gloves. We're going to be passing them out. Usually we go to Tent City. But I've been passing by those police stations, and you have too. Well, they don't know this weather can kill them. This weather can kill or can really be harmful to the migrants that have shown up in our city. And initially, I'll admit, I was a little angry about how the city was opening their arms to migrants when we have homeless people that have been here for years, generations even. And what I had to do was I had to wake up. I had to surround myself with, well, I only surround myself with loving people. And one person in particular got in my ear and said some things that made me look at the situation differently. It's not that I can't make up my own mind. It's that I got a different perspective. Our people that have been in our communities and have been fighting or dealing with homelessness, they're in a system. The system is, I have nowhere to live. Let me go to, let's say, Pacific Gardens. You get a social worker, or you're on a waiting list, and you get to walk about and return and hope to get a bed, right? So that is looked at as a system. But when people show up at a police station because they have nowhere else to go on a bus, we're talking about hundreds of families at once. Some children that are unattended because their parents were left behind or died or whatever the case may be. Underage children are not safe. I see it from a different perspective.
Humanity.
Humanity, period. Again,
Yep.
It doesn't have to be in a 50-mile radius, originating from a 50-mile radius. People that need help just need help. This weather is going to get brutal. I think somebody's praying for us to have a mild winter right now, but you know it's going to get ugly. And they're going to be intense. They're used to warmer weather. So we will be passing out hats and gloves and doing whatever we can. And when I say we, I'm talking about my two younger sons and myself. We do it every year. We missed a few years at Tent City, but we're going to take it to the police station. It will not be on social media. I'm not holding up my phone. I'm going to be working. That's it. That's all. That's what we're doing. So.
I wonder, I always wondered how come certain, like, humanitarian organizations aren't as publicized, Why is it so hard to organize that? Why? I don't understand.
I mean, it can be a slimy or slippery slope. And when I say slimy, slippery slope, I do PR. PR can be a slimy set of jobs, okay? Because as a publicist, it is your responsibility to get the media, whether it's earned or purchased, to take notice of what your client is doing to get awareness to either their brand or their cause or their community involvement. Okay? If you have a nonprofit organization, nonprofit doesn't mean non-capital. It doesn't mean everybody thinks they don't have money. Sometimes they have money. They have money budgeted for certain things. And marketing should be one of them. It's not marketing so that we can raise more money to pay higher salaries. It's money so we can cover more ground.
Generate awareness, cover more ground. And because it's a slippery slope, people want to be organically discovered. That doesn't work always. Look at the Alzheimer's Association for one. I worked there for many years. They created awareness or raised awareness by having the Alzheimer's walk. They had to do something.
Yeah, they have caregiver support, they have respite, they have all of these things. But the walk is what gets the attention, because now we're talking about everyday people raising money to walk for awareness, to raise awareness for Alzheimer's. Alzheimer's is not a black or white disease. It affects everyone. My grandmother died from dementia. Alzheimer's is the overarching disease. Okay? However, when they created awareness through the walk, it created awareness of ALZ. They put a campaign together. So these humanitarian organizations don't necessarily have the capacity to put the awareness campaigns together. And unfortunately, they're just hoping to be discovered so that the money can come in. It doesn't work that way. Not for very long. So if you have a nonprofit organization and you are busting at the seams, helping veterans, children, communities, mothers, elderly, churches, whatever the case may be, schools, education, there's so many different causes out there. If you are struggling, get in touch with me or Edie, because we work together, and maybe we can put some plans together so that you can expand your reach and help more of the community, because there's no reason why we should be waiting for someone to fall out of the sky and help the people that need help. The government is already overstretched. That's why the organizations should step up and ask for help.
We have to do better.
Yep.
Yeah.
You have to do better. So, does that answer your question?
Yeah.
So I don't want to, I talked about missing my aunt. Thanksgiving holidays bring about the good, the bad, and the ugly. This is some people's first Thanksgiving and Christmas without a certain loved one. In my case, it's the first one without my grandmother. It's the first one without a really good friend of mine. Actually, it's the second one without a really good friend of mine. This last year, I was in such disbelief that I'm still in disbelief. But there's some people out there that they're like, man, it's Thanksgiving. I don't have my aunt, my daughter, my son, my uncle, my grandfather, my grandmother, my mother, my father, my sister, my brother, my friend, my neighbor. I just want to say my heart goes out to you. Joy comes in the morning.
Yep. One's without my mother, my friend. There's children, but they're surrounding you always. Gigi and I were just talking about it, how we feel my mom everywhere right now. So it's a song, comes on the radio, smells something, cooking as you pass by. It's just feeling them, seeing them in your mind's eye,
Yeah.
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 That's why I pick up the phone for Uncle Walter.
Yeah. Uncle Walter's something else. My grandmother, when she died, before she died, I took her pillows off of her bed, and they still smell like her. I
still have a jacket.
Does it still smell like her?
Like him?
Like him? Oh, whose jacket?
My father. He
your
passed away
father?
when yeah. But yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's like, and my aunt, when she died, I cut a braid. She had her hair in two braids. I cut one of them and kept it. And it still smells like her. I kept it in a plastic bag. Yeah.
When I met her, she had a braid in her hair. Did she always wear a braid?
Yeah, my aunt.
Oh no, I thought you meant your grandma.
No, my grandmother, she was like a diva. She always wore the same black wig. It was a ponytail and she had it in a bun. And she always dyed her hair black. So towards the latter years of her life, she went gray and it was all frizzy. I wasn't used to seeing her like that. But in her casket, she looked like she did 20 years ago. I don't know how they did that. I've never seen anybody look like themselves in a casket more than my grandmother. I took pictures. It was a photo shoot. I couldn't believe it.
What is your favorite memory of childhood Thanksgiving?
Just being with my entire family.
Me too. My cousins, everybody. Aunts, uncles, everybody was there.
Yeah.
So nice. I remember we used to go to my grandma and grandpa's when I was really, really, really little. I do not know. It was such a small house. How they fit. There's like 50 of us. How did they fit everybody in that house? It's crazy.
How many bathrooms?
Oh my God. 1? No, wait, 2.
Okay.
There was one by the 2 bedrooms. Literally, this was a small house. I mean, like, small. It was like the size of an apartment. I kid you not. I don't know how they fit us all in there. I don't know how. I used to hold the parties with my mom when I was little at the house. I bought the house after my mom and, moved out towards the west. I don't know how we fit everybody in our house. Thank God we had a breezeway.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that was a beautiful home. Beautiful home. I missed that the most. Everyone was there. All of my uncles, my aunts, their wives, all the women in my family were divorced. Oh my gosh. And my mom, my dad would stop by. He'd pop in and pop out. My kids, my older boys, my younger boys never got to see this. And I remember going to school before, of course, when I was younger, and saying, wow, I have the best family. And when my great grandmother passed, it seemed like we just didn't do it anymore.
That's why it's up to us to carry the traditions.
But there are others in line for that. You know what I mean? It's like, okay, great grandma passed, and grandma, is next in line, and then your mother's next in line, and then you. But it just all fell apart when my great grandmother died. I miss those moments. If I could go back, if we can go back to the ghost of Christmas past, I would look around and I would just be like a kid. Wow. That was everything to me.
Me too. I was just telling the kids, I'm like, that's it, you guys, we gotta do the traditions. Keep the traditions. So incorporate them all in our own way. No.
Yeah. I think starting next year, I'm gonna probably take the reins. See what happens. Wow. It's funny you said your favorite childhood memories, because that was on my list. But I also want to.
Great minds think alike, LaDonna.
They do. I've got my little bullet points here. I want to.
What's another bullet point?
Well, the next one is not so happy. It's about, unfortunately, when depression sets in during the holidays. I just want to that's why I said joy comes in the morning, because you might be feeling alone. Some people feel alone and some people feel lonely. There's a difference. But I think about those that have left here by their own hands, and if they had just held on just a little bit longer, they would have seen what God had in front of them. Don't slip into a depression that takes you away from your family, away from enjoying what God has for you. And joy does really come in the morning. It really does. It seems hard now. I've had Christmases where I was lonely. I was alone. Even with having my kids, because I've had kids most of my life. I've had kids for 32 years. And I'm 33. I wish. But I remember the holidays coming and just wishing I had someone to spend it with. But joy comes in the morning. Hold on. Just hold on, people. Just hold on. So don't let depression set in. It's not easy when it comes, but you can always go to goodhelp.org or .com. I may have to look that up. They have therapy sessions. Talk to a friend. Talk to your doctor. Call the 800 numbers. But do whatever you can to ensure that you're here the next holiday season, because it only gets better. It's greater later. Your thoughts? Your thoughts on holiday depression?
So all I can say is that when we went through hard times that were really bleak, I won't get into that. You know about it. It helped us to help others. Music, too, and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
You find joy in the most unlikely places.
Yeah.
And that's the biggest thing that I learned.
Yeah.
So it's, take a walk. There's a lot of good in the world.
Wait, it's cold outside though.
Yeah, put on a coat.
Okay.
Go see what's outside. There's a lot of people out there.
Walk your dog.
Walk your dog. Yeah, exactly. There's a lot of things. Yeah. Play your favorite song.
Oh, you can also go to the mall because they decorate. They decorate and it's bright lights and it always brings me joy. Yeah. The zoo. You have lights at the zoo. Well, that's in Chicago, but I don't know what they do all over the world and country, but there's always something to do. And if you want to kind of remove yourself from the holidays altogether, then put together a vision board. Put together your vision board for 2024. Yep. Go on the internet, find pictures, print them out, and put them on your board, or do a digital vision board so that you have something to look up to or look forward to. There you have it. Put a playlist together. What'd you say, Edie?
A digital vision board.
Yes. Yes.
Is that online? I wonder, are there like...
Yeah, you can do that in Canva. So you and I are both graphic designers. We use Adobe products, but I've fallen in love with Canva. Canva is like quick and dirty. You can go on Canva. In fact, let me see. I don't think I want to do a live vision board. Why not? Why not?
Actually, we should do that, but for another time.
Another time?
Do that.
Okay, we can do it. We'll do vision board.
Let's do it.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
So let me hit cancel for share the screen. All right. So yeah, we'll do a vision board next time. But yeah, you can do a digital vision board so you don't have to print it out. Or if you're a visual person that needs to see it, then print it out. You can also make it into a t-shirt. Let me know if you need one. And I can print it out. Okay, there's that. All right, so that's our show, folks. Thanks for joining me on this Thanksgiving journey. Remember, whether you're feasting, reminiscing, as I try to grab my sounds, or just chilling, you're not alone on this holiday season. Hold on, let me get there we go. I hate this. I hate when I don't have a producer. There we go. Okay, there we go. All right, goodness gracious. Yeah, so you're not alone this holiday season. Stay tuned for more episodes. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button at youtube.com/LaDonna Raeh Show. And stay blessed and keep spreading those holiday vibes. They're only just beginning. I'm coming to you live from Chicago. I'm your girl, LaDonna Raeh. Thank you, Edie, for coming on with me tonight. MC Pearson was on. You'll be able to hear him on Saturday on WVON and on YouTube. I'll post something. I'll post a little something. And I'll see you next time. Don't forget to share, comment. Let me know what you think. All right? Thank you. Bye-bye for now.